me doom. Cold stare, dark tone, pressure in the room. Small words, big weight, feel the quiet boom. Fake threats, weak heart, soul of them assume. One line, drop, whole crowd, me doom. Black haze sit heavy in my deep mind. You tough talk, then can't hold any real grind. True cut, sharp when the beat hit a line. I speak calm, let the fear get defined. Still nerves locked tight like a cage frame. Heat rise quick when you play the wrong flame. I stay cold, never chase any loud claim. Your whole squad fold when they hear my name. Grim thoughts pressed down like a stone weight. Every lie that you push got a cheap fate. You want dick, your heart in the wrong state. I stay cryptic, let your fear translate. Cold stare, dark tone, pressure in the room. Small words, big weight, feel the quiet boom. Fake threats, weak hearts, all of them assume. One line, drop, whole crowd, meet doom.
Sharp grin, low voice, you can read the intent. Every rumor you spread, never made an event. Whole vibe twist quick when my message gets sent. Yo, backbone snap, wasn't built for the descent. Hate buzz low like a wire in a dead wall. Fear crawl fast when the silence start to fall. You push loud noise, but it end with a stall. I speak one truth, then it shatter your call.
Black flame, burn slow, in my inner core. Your pride weak, never stood through a real war. Pressure rise high, but it never hit the floor. I stay quiet, but the quiet hit more. Cold stare, dark tone, pressure in the room. Small words, big weight, feel the quiet boom. Fake threats, weak hearts, all of them assume. One line, drop, whole crowd, meet doom.
Black static gloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True bed sharp when the mind overwrought. I chase myself through the lines I cut. Acid gloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True bed sharp when the mind overwrought. I chase myself through the lines I cut. No code crawl through a fractured mind. Signals distort what I try to define. Pulse break rhythm when the fears align. I lose myself in the design of mine. Glitch born echo tear holes in my chest. Every new doubt grow harder to digest. Meaning collapse when the circuits test. Quiet in my head feel darker than the rest. Thin light flicker in a narrow frame. Patterns mutate when they sense my name. Nothing stay real in a shifting game. I walk the void with the mind of flame. Black static bloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True bad sharp when the mind override. I chain myself with the lines I caught. Dust of old cells drift in my core. Shadows rewrite what they can't restore. Each small fear carve a hidden door. Behind it, a truth I can't ignore. Baseball static in an inward storm. Identity shifted into warp reform. One breakdown when illusions swarm. I'm left unstable in a formless form. Echoes inside chance encoded rhyme. Fragments collapse out of sync with time. Everything fade in its own decline. But the darker it gets, the more I align. Yeah, black static. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True and sure. I cheat myself through the lines I create. Static bloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True and sure. The mind of a god. I cheat myself through the my step when I walk through smoke. Bass hit deep, make the whole block choke. Pressure on my name, but I never broke. Say one word, that's the final stroke. Dark in my breath like a winter night. Calm in my tone, but I still ignite. Hands stay clean, but the vibe ain't light. If I move once, you lose that fight. Blood runs slow, but the mind stays sharp. Silence hit harder than the dog that bark. I don't need shine when I own the dark. Shadow alone, leave a burning mark. Heavy in my frame like a built-up weight. Never move fast, but I still dictate. Everything yours, I can confiscate. One cold step, put you out of state. Mama, then crush it. One cold step, put you out of state. Still in my step when I walk through smoke. Bass hit deep, make the whole block choke. Pressure on my name, but I never broke. Say one word, that's the final stroke. Voice too low, but it sound like law. Fear in your chest when you sense my draw. I don't chase beef, I just watch and gnaw. How quick you fall when you see that flaw. Streets don't sleep when the bassline crack. Every loud hit feel like a sneak attack. I don't play bluff, I don't hold slack. I move so real you can't walk back. I don't need hype, just a heavy tone. 808 shake like it break your bone. Step in my path and you stand alone. I claim that space like a carved out throne. Still in my step when I walk through smoke. Bass hit deep, make the whole block choke. Pressure on my name, but I never broke. Say one word, that's the final stroke. Just to clear the noise. Horror flat, but I kill the boys. Static in my thoughts like a broken voice. Pull the plug now, I don't need a choice. Still in my breath when the gears turn red. I don't seek help, I erase instead. Fear drips slow from the back of my head. Every old memory already dead. Slow steps echo like a rusted chain. Pressure in my grin when I bleed disdain. I break routine just to unrestrain. Tear through truth like a data drain. Cold hands twitch when the balls fall flat. I don't trust calm, never live like that. Thoughts crash hard like a format spat. I become the glitch you can't combat. Crack my skull just to clear the noise. I run flat, but I kill the boys. Static in my thoughts like a broken voice. Pull the plug now, I don't need a choice.
Mind break open when the screen flash white. I don't chase fear, I convert it to spite. Shadows crawling when I kill the light. I dissolve myself just to reignite.
Suckers slip out when the stress overflow. You run from truth, but nowhere to go. I peel back layers you don't wanna show. I turn raw chaos into violent glow. Drift through noise like a phantom spark. I don't fear pain, I evolve from dark. When the world malfunction and misses mark, I rise from the static like a fractured dark. Crack my skull just to clear the noise. Hard and flat, but I kill the boys. Static in my thoughts like a broken voice. Pull the plug now, I don't need a choice. Feel it in my veins like a venom in the cold. Pressure in my mind, I'm about to overload. Run another cycle just to keep me in control. Break another limit, I don't do what I'm told. Static in my chest, let it rise, let it burn. Thoughts spin fast, every second take a turn. I've been walking with a shadow that I never could discern. In the fire in my stomach make the whole world churn. Yeah, metal in my bones when the gears twist tight. Mind locked in, I don't need no light. I erase every doubt when I step
already slumped.
Feel it in my veins like a venom in the cold. Pressure in my mind, I'm about to overload. Run another cycle just to keep me in control. Break another limit, I don't do what I'm told.
Hear the glitch in my voice when the wires misfire. I don't chase dreams, I devour desire. Try to slow me down, get caught in the tire. Everything you built gets set on fire.
Binary pulse in my shattered brain. Every broken thought form a metal chain. Drag it through the dirt just to feel no pain. Turn another screw till I split the frame. Hollow in the chest, but the will too loud. Static in the air when I face the crowd. I was born in the dark and I stand unbowed. If I fall this time, I don't hit the ground. Feel it in my veins like a venom in the cold. Pressure in my mind, I'm about to overload. Run another cycle just to keep me in control. Break another limit, I don't do what I'm told.
Rip my mind when the wires ignite. Cold veins hum when I lose my sight. Break my form just to feed the spite. If the code collapse, I become the bright.
Days click loud
When the glitch run through,
I tear down walls.
just to cut what's true.
Thoughts turn black.
When the static grew,
I don't want calm.
I outgrew that view.
Metal in my jaw when the dread inflate.
You chase comfort, I dismantle fate.
Every weak link that you try create.
Snaps in my grip like a cracker crate.
Dog breath shiver when the chorus sighs. I burn no ties like corrupted wires. You want peace, that desire expires. I run on chaos and internal lies.
Rip my mind when the wires ignite. Cold veins hum when I lose my sight. Break my form just to feed the spite. If the code collapse, I become the bite.
Pulse goes sharp when the lights distort. I reshape fear into raw escort. My thoughts don't drift, they snap and contort. Every new break, gonna feel so sport. Blow through noise like a rust on ghost. I don't feel guilt, I don't feel remorse. The will collapse, adjust my course. I feed off pressure like a primal force.
Go blade hum in a deathbound tone. You chase comfort, I thrive alone. When the screen goes static and the nerves unknown, I rise from the wreck like a fractured clone.
Rip my mind. Rip my mind. Rip my mind with the wide ignite.
Cold veins hum when I lose my sight.
Break my form just to feed the spite. If the code collapse, I become the bite.
Frozen breath on my lips when I'm walking through the zone. Empty skyline looking down like it want me on my own. Every echo in the alley feel like somebody I know.
test my spirit, it could carve it from the bone. Long stride, dead eyes, mind drift in the deep pace. Street signs swing slow when the cold plays. Thoughts run circles through the night in the bleak maze. I've been living in the shadows for some weeks straight. Rain taps slow like a clock in the dead room. Fog rise high like a ghost trying to head through. Life talk loud but the truth always said mute. So I move quiet, let the silence be my best route. Cold concrete, know my steps like a lost friend. Pain in my rib cage, humming from the long bend. Night paint worlds where the strong bend. I don't fall back, I don't cave, I don't pretend.
Breath on my lips when I'm walking through the zone. Empty skyline looking down like it want me on my own. Every echo in the alley feel like somebody you know. If the dark won't test my spirit, it can carve it from the bone.
Gray hoodie pulled tight when the wind slept. Mind heavy from the memories that been missed. Every scar in my story wrote a thin map, leading me through nights that the world scrapped. Eyes sharp, see movement when the shade shift. Fear spark, but it fade when the pain lift. Hands dark from the life that I can't sift. Soul marked, but it stand like a cold clip.
The world push hard, I don't stumble if the fear speak loud. I stay humble if the past come back. I don't crumble, I've been built in the dark where the storms rumble.
Hear the night,
Breathe in,
feel the frost
sink in.
if the dark
Breaking,
I stay firm.
no spin. Frozen breath on my lips when I'm walking through the zone. Empty skyline looking down like it want me on my own. Every echo in the alley feel like somebody I know. If the dark won't test my spirit, it can carve it from the bone.
Cut the cord, let the system die. Static in my skull when the circuits fry. Pulse run cold, but the thoughts multiply. If I lose my grip, then I amplify.
Rise in my blood, start to twist, unfold. Feel my jaw lock when the temperature cold. Every dark habit that I once controlled now break loose fast when the pressure unfolds.
Scratch at the walls in my own damn mind. Never been safe, I was born misaligned. Tried to cage me in, but the lock declined. I infect the code with a new design. Iron in my breath when the dread kick in. I don't chase help, that's a guaranteed sin. Every fake friend wanna see me thin, but I bloom in the dark like a toxin twin.
Cut the cord, let the system die. Static in my skull when the circuits fry.
Pulse run cold, but the thoughts multiply. If I lose my grip, then I amplify.
Cut the cord, let the system die. Static in my skull when the circuits fry.
Pulse run cold, but the thoughts multiply. If I lose my grip, then I amplify. Hear the click in my bones when the gears misfit. I've been walking on the edge where the shadows sit. Try to drain my will, but I won't submit. I break through walls like a fall line split.
Did I stare when the fog rolled in? Crawling through the dark just to shed my skin. I don't fear loss, I don't fear sin. I fear nothing cause I'm built too thin.
Metal scrape loud in an empty hall. You don't see a threat till you see me fall. If I rise back up, I erase it all. I become the glitch that corrupts your
lose my grip, then I amplify. Multiply. If I lose my grip, then I amplify.
I'm moving the dark with a blade on my tongue. For showing my name, but I stand on my own. Stone cold steps when I enter the zone. If I speak once, you already gone. I'm moving the bar with a blade in my tongue. Pressure on my name, but I stand on my own. Stone cold steps when I enter the zone. If I speak once, you already gone. Yeah. Ironing my breath when the tension rise. I stay dead, but they scanning for lies. Weight on my chest, but I weaponize. Turn every shadow into my allies. Cold blood dripping a slow parade. Hands stay clean, but the fear handmade. I don't chase cloud, I just upgrade. Every new step like a war invade. Silence speak loud when you built from pain. I don't trust words, only pressure and strain. If I set foot, then I stake my claim. Low tone growl, put respect and frame. I move in the dark with a blade in my tongue. Pressure on my name, but I stand on my own. Stone cold steps when I enter the zone. If I speak once, you already gone. Deep voice drumming like a storm and told. Heartbeat slow, but my spirit too cold. Never need shine when control is gold. Power in the silence that I uphold. Street born mind with a steel cut view. Nothing you bring that I can't undo. Feeling your pulse when I step on cue. My calm alone split a crowd in two. Bass hit hard like a hitman strike. Words cut deep, but the tone ain't right. Shadow in the night, but the grip too tight. I walk with force, you fade on sight. I move in the dark with a blade in my tongue. Pressure on my name, but I stand on my own.
Slow steps, not be watching how I move. Every echo from behind sound like someone in pursuit. Heavy thoughts in my hood, they the only ones I trust. Hit the darkness, want me closer, I don't run, I let it pull. Slow steps, not be watching how I move. Every echo from behind sound like someone in pursuit. Heavy thoughts in my hood, they the only ones I trust. Hit the darkness, want me closer, I don't run, I let it pull. Long road, cracked stone, sneakers soaked from old rain. Eyes red from the weight that been living in my brain. City feels silent, but the silence scream pain. Every breath hits sharp like a cut from a chain. Street lights flicker like they scared of what walk near. Shadows stretch long every time I sense fear, but I keep my pace slow. Make the dark come clear. Sing too much to pretend that the world's sincere. Hands cold, but the mind keep heat tight. Thoughts bold, never bow to the street fright. Not so, but I walk 'em with a still sight. Hold close, every scar from my past fight. Yeah, slow steps, not be watching how I move. Every echo from behind sound like someone in pursuit. Heavy thoughts in my hood, they're the only ones I trust. If the darkness want me closer, I don't run, I let it pull. Cold breath leaking the fog when I exhale. Heartbeat rough like you're trying not to derail. Life got claws, if I slip it impale. But I stand tall even when my whole ship fell. Trees drown sound when the rain fall. Every corner hide truths that the brave start. But the world push back, I don't break, I don't crawl. I've been built in the dark, I don't fear the night's call. Eyes low, watch the road with a dead calm. Pain grow, but I treat it like a set norm. Wind blow, but I move with a slow arm. World cold, but it never made my slow harm.
Let the cold winds speak. Let the night grow bleak. If the world feel weak, I stand firm, I don't leave.
Yeah, slow, not be watching how I do. Every echo from behind sound like someone in pursuit. Heavy
Shut down quick when the code runs thin. Mind glitch out but I don't give in. Break my form just to shed my skin. If I fall once I restart again. I restart again. Cold blow hits when the gears misalign. Rust in my lungs like a factory sign. Thoughts turn red when I cross that line. Every dark impulse now redesign. Metal scrape loud in a hollow room. I bloom in the dark like a wide out bloom. Burn my sanity out with a quiet boom. I feed off chaos like I'm built for doom. No comrade when the cycle reset. I don't want peace, I ain't learned that yet. Fear don't hit when the nerves offset. I cut my limits like a dead chipset. Shut down quick when the code runs thin. Mind glitch out but I don't give in. Break my form just to shed my skin. If I fall once I restart again. I restart again. I restart. Static in my spine, make my hands twitch fast. Never been safe, never built to last. You run from the truth but I face it cast. Turn my whole past into broken glass. Circuit in my skull, start to leak raw noise. I don't feel joy, I destroy false boys. Pull apart master the world employees. I was born in the void with the glitch bomb boys. Pressure in my bones when the dark compress. I tear through fear like a system stress. You try keep up but you can't process. I break each thought till there's nothing to address. Shut down quick when the code runs thin. Mind glitch out but I don't give in. Break my form just to shed my skin. If I fall once I restart again. I restart again. I restart again. Shaping what I can't translate. Thoughts fall inward on this other way. Truth unravel slow in the glitch-born state. I walk through shadows I recreate. Post flick through an arrow scene. Fragments mutate in a half-formed dream. Logic dissolve when the circuit stream. I chase a ghost in a data team. Then breast warp when the static rise. Doubt burn quiet in a coded guise. Meaning collapse under vacant skies. I see the dark through a borrowed lens. Dead math hum in a fragile spine. Patterns distort when the fears align. Truth fold in with the edges combine. I drown in thoughts that were never mine. Faint noise shaping what I can't translate. Thoughts fall inward in this other way. Truth unravel slow in the glitch-born state. I walk through shadows I recreate. 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 Gray tone shift in a mental fray. Old echoes drag but I push away. Static in bed with a douse array. I stand in silence the only way. Wires vibrate through a hollow chest. Dreams degrade when the systems test. Nothing remain of what felt blessed. Just quiet pressure I can't suppress. Black light bloom in a fractured phase. Steps feel wrong in a looping maze. In a collapse grown hidden ways. I breathe the void, let it appraise. Faint noise shaping what I can't translate. Thoughts fall inward on this other way. Driven by the slow in a glitch-born state. I walk through shadows I recreate. 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 I don't rush steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who burn. Stare too long and you cross my concern. One quiet nod and you take the turn. I don't rush steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who burns. Stare too long and you cross my concern. One quiet nod and you take that turn. Storm in my chest but my face stay numb. You talk real wide but your voice sound dumb. Power ain't loud, it's the way you come. I move too calm for a man to overcome. Heavy coat drag with a street light die. Truth in my tone make the weak comply. You show your fear when you justify. I see right through every crafted lie. Hands don't tremble in the heated zone. My type of pressure you can't postpone. I don't throw fists just to claim my throne. My silence alone make your backbone prone. I don't rush rush steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who burn. Stare too long and you cross my concerns. One quiet nod and you take that turn. Streets grow darker when I hold my ground. You ain't so tough till the truth unwound. Fear in your breath make a muffled sound. Even your crew don't stay around. Jaws stay locked when the tension hit. I don't need hype, I don't need to commit. Every fake threat that you try to transmit fall apart fast, you just counterfeit. All nights force me in colder ways. I don't forget what the street conveys. You try stay bold in the losing phase. I shut you down in a single phrase. I don't rush steps, I let clocks turn. You brag too loud for a man who burn. Stare too long and you cross my concerns. One quiet nod and you take the turn.
Blackened skies I walk, hear the whispers of the damned. Shadows gather at my feet like they obey a silent command. Rooms ignite beneath my steps, I feel the pull of ancient hands. If the void reveals its will, I follow where it stands. Cursed wind humming like a choir in a dead shrine. Hear the rustle of the bones buried deep inside the dark pine. Every echo in the night align perfectly with my spine. Like the world trying to tell me that the stars no longer shine. Old lips glare faint when the moon rises crooked. Air tastes metallic like a prophecy, I overlook it. I walk slow through the mist where the curse once stood. For the dark pressed down like it's swallowing a good.
Oath marks glow dim on the stones in my pathway. Shapes move steady in the haze when the rest wait. Nights so loud I can't hear what the past say. Standing in the threshold where the world's halfway.
Under blackened skies I walk, hear the whispers of the damned. Shadows gather at my feet, they obey a silent command. Rooms ignite beneath my steps, I feel the pull of ancient hands. If the void reveals its will, I follow where it stands. Dark chants rise from the cracks in the old stone. Feel a cold grip, trace circles on my bare bones. See the silhouettes wash when I stand alone. Hear the ground breathe slow with a deep tone.
Fire flicker blue in the night shift. Hear a distant horn, I'm in a tight drift. Fog guard, breathe like it trying to give a slight gift. Like a lapse back, heavy with a dark lift. Symbols pulse red when the path bends. World feel thin where the lights in. If the abyss call out, I don't pretend. I step in calm, I don't break, I transcend.
Let the rooms away, let the ground shake. If the void partake, I enter unafraid. Under blackened skies I'll walk, hear the whispers of the damned. Shadows gather at my feet like they obey a silent command. Rooms ignite beneath my steps, I feel the pull of ancient hands. If the void reveals its will, I follow where it stands.
That dark cord, tight like a wire fuse, your tough talk. Break when the truth brews, calm tone hit. Hard when the bass choose, I speak 3 words and your soul lose. Red haze sit, still in my iron core, your pride fall. Fast wasn't built for war, thin heart rattle. When my lines roar, I hold dead calm. You can endure more rust, breath, slither out with a bitter taste. Your hopes dry up, nothing left but waste. Fear rise quick when my words in case. I crush big eagles with a quiet bass.
Low voice stab deeper than a steel blade swing. Your fake rage melt when you hear me sing. One small line make your fear take wing. Cold mind rule, I don't fear anything. Low voice stab deeper than a steel blade swing. Your fake rage melt when you hear me sing. One small line make your fear take wing. Cold mind rule, I don't fear anything.
Ash tone hit, nerves like a dull spike. Push your loud bark fate. Die in a hush, every lie drip weak. Easy to crush, I speak slow poison. No need to rush, tone calm, rap tight like a lead shell. You're weak, claim drown, nothing left to tell. Black breath, grow deep with a cold spell. My truth too heavy, you fold and quell. Gray smoke, frame thoughts like a death crown. Your fear leak fast, you can't hold down. I drop one bar, whole vibe shut down. Cold king sit quiet, you just drown.
Low voice stab deeper than a steel blade swing. Your fake rage melt when you hear me sing. One small line make your fear take wing. Cold mind rule, I don't fear anything. I don't fear anything. I don't fear anything.
Static in my bloodstream, wires in my head. Echo of a lifetime already shed. Circles in my mind spin black, half dead. I don't fear darkness, I feel what I bred.
Post skip twice when the code unfold. Thoughts turn glitch when the nights get cold. Truth feel heavy but the lies get sold. Every new path just loops back gold. Goes in the machine, whisper through my skin. Doors in my brain open from within. Cycle after cycle, never know where it begins. Heartbeat loud like a ritual of sin.
Light been strange in the corner of my sight. Shadow form shapes when I kill the light. Living in a loop where the wrong feels right. Mind locked tight like a sealed bite fight. Light been strange in the corner of my sight. Shadow form shapes when I kill the light. Living in a loop where the wrong feels right. Mind locked tight like a sealed bite
Static
fight.
in my bloodstream, wires in my head. Echo of a lifetime I already shed. Circles in my mind spin black, half dead. I don't fear darkness, I feel what I bred.
Core run dry when the thoughts overheat. Noise in my chest like a broken heartbeat. Faith turn hollow when the doubts compete. Nothing left to follow, every truth obsolete. Twitch in my nerves like a glitch in design. World feel fake, just a fragile outline. Step into the void where the stars realign. Find my own voice in the static divine.
Dark come deep like a ritual chant. Strength in the pain that the weak recant. What I became even fear can't grant. I exist outside everything they implant. Black come deep like a ritual chant. Strength in the pain that the weak recant. What I became even fear can't grant. I exist outside everything they implant.
Static in my bloodstream, wires in my head. Echo of a lifetime already shed. Circles in my mind spin black, half dead. I don't fear darkness, I fear what I bred.
Bass hit violent when I breathe that smoke. Streets fall quiet when my name gets spoke. Calm in my step, but the tension provoke. Say the wrong word and the whole thing broke. Weight in my tone, make your heartbeat stall. I don't raise voice, I don't need that call. One short glance, make a big man small. Power too real, I don't act at all. Stealing my frame like a lockdown gate. Never lose pace, I define my fate. Pressure in the air when I elevate. Every move slow, but the impact great. Hands stay steady when the danger near. I don't show panic, I don't taste fear. Step too close and you disappear. Speak one time and the message clear. Bass hit violent when I breathe that smoke. Streets fall quiet when my name gets spoke. Calm in my step, but the tension provoke.
Say the wrong word and the whole thing broke.
Bones don't shake when the bassline drop. I don't rush moves, I prefer to stop. Heavy on the ground like a cast down prop. I walk too solid for the weak to top. Dark thoughts march in a steady row. I don't show pain, I don't let it show. Every cold vibe and my voice might glow, but inside my chest it's a blackout flow. Street born focus in a sharpened tone. I don't need hype when I stand alone. Rebels fall back when the truth get known. My silence itself would have cracked your bone. Hey.
Bass hit violent when I breathe that smoke. Street fall quiet when my name gets spoke. Calm in my step but the tension provoke. Say the wrong word and the whole thing broke.
Numbers rise when the beat get grim. Sharp cut when the lights turn dim. You flex loud but your will too slim. One cold phrase and your whole crew swim.
Deep tone carry weight like a steel chain. Your soft mind crack fast under real strain. Fear drips slow when I speak with the chill frame. Truth hit hard, every lie in real pain. Gray smoke twist tight in my cold chest. Small talk fade, I don't deal with the rest. You want heat, I can turn up stress. Your whole plan crumble when my words press. Calm rage burn low like a black coal. Fake pride fold quick when you lose control. Every threat you throw got a weak soul. I grip, I will never let the fear roll.
Black thoughts rise when the beat get grim. Sharp cut when the lights turn dim. You flex loud but your will too slim. One cold phrase and your whole crew swim.
Low grade high things you can't decode. Your tough acting, it's a crack facade. Pressure hit deep when your secrets unload. I speak plain truth, make your whole script implode. Black tone send chills through a packed room. Your loud threats fade out like faint fumes. I stand calm while your ego consumes. One harsh line and your fate resumes. Hate post slow like a wire in the wall. Your bluff we can't hold when you fall. Mind stay sharp, never caught in a stall. Fear hit you, but I feel nothing at all.
Black thoughts rise when the beat get grim. Sharp cut when the lights turn dim. You flex loud but your will too slim. One cold phrase and your whole crew swim.
I move like a warning you can't unsee. Silence in my steps say more than me. You act too tough, but you shake subtly. One wrong breath and you cease to be. I move like a warning you can't unsee. Silence in my steps say more than me. You act too tough, but you shake subtly. One wrong breath and you cease to be. Heart stack of your whole facade. You speak on strength but your stance is flawed. Nothing you say ever land or applaud. I break your pride with a casual nod. Big coat drag in the winter breeze. Pressure on my chest make the weak appease. You try step up but collapse on your knees. I don't need threats, my presence decrease.
Cold thoughts move a straight green line. I don't rush plans, every piece aligned. You push your luck, now you're crossing mine. I deal with that quick to recline.
I move like a warning you can't unsee. Silence in my steps say more than me. You act too tough but you shake subtly. One wrong breath and you cease to be. Jaws stay tight when the talk get deep. You lose your mask when the real men creep. I don't chase fear, I make it steep. You 40 seconds that you try to keep. Old scars speak when the night turn cold. Lessons carved in a ruthless mold. You brag too loud with a heart so sold. I move in truth that you can't hold. No fast
Pace when I enter the fight, I stand my ground with a quiet might. One sharp glance put you out of sight. That's real strength, not bark but bite.
I move like a warning you can't unsee. Silence in my steps say more than me. You act too tough but you shake subtly. One wrong breath
breath and you cease to be.
Faint lines shimmer where my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash outweigh. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display.
Faint lines shimmer where my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash outweigh. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in the coded display.
Cold trace circle in a hollow vein. Fragments rewrite in the quiet pain. Patterns collapse when the frames constrain. I see old truths to the void maintain. Static born visions flicker out of phase. Memory distorted in unfamiliar ways. Logic corrode when the insight rays. I drift through shadows of forgotten days.
Hex code hum in a fractured core. Me and unravel at a threaded score. Silence reveal what I can't restore. Dark matter code then ask for more.
Faint lines shimmer where my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash I obey. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display. Gray pulse a shift in a narrow trance. Fear displaced in a spectral dance. Soul goes thrive when the doubts advance. Everything tilt at a slanted stance.
Become caught through a silent mind. Truth detached from the former sign. Fragments converge and slip behind. I chase a version I never defined.
Deadlight bend in a ritual tone. Voice speaks soft in a monochrome. Thoughts fall quiet, skin to bone. Hide the dark like it's carved in stone. Faint lines shimmer where my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash I obey. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display.
Like clay, tremble in the corner of my sight. Echoes in my bloodstream, flicker in the night. True feel distant like a dying satellite. Everything I touch turned devoid of light. Sharp pulse shift when the symbols rise. Patterns in the void, hide behind disguise. Memory glitch out, sever all ties. I step through thoughts like 1,000 eyes.
Cold static carve runes in my brain. Each failed loop bring a deeper strain. Reality bend under unseen pain. Now they code lies that the shadows maintain. Dust of the past float in dead air. Ghost like logic coil in a snare. Nothing feels real when the lines impair. I breathe in dread, exhale despair.
Black cold tremble in the corner of my sight. Echoes in my bloodstream, flicker in the night. Truth feel distant like a dying satellite. Everything I touch turned devoid of light. Wires in my chest, I'm a silent hymn. Edges of the void, blurred, dark and dim. Old form split at the mental brim. Fragments of self drift limb by limb.
Silence descend like a broken spell. Data unravel, illusions fail. Every truth wounded I couldn't quell. Turn to a scar only I can tell. Veins vibrate with a hidden command. Shadows rewrite what I understand. Nothing in the dark ever goes as planned. Yet I stay rooted, mind a man.
Black cold
inside my coat, I let them drag me underneath. If the darkness want my time, I give it all, I let it eat. Black jeans, warm boots, rain hitting on the pavement. Mind stuck deep in a place with no engagement. People talk loud, but I move in displacement. Never show fear, only quiet observation. City got a hum that you hear when you stand still. Life got a weight that you feel when your hands chill. Pain never leave, it just settle in and stand still. So I walk slow, letting fate do what fate will. Eyes half open, but I see through the whole scene. Everything feels distant like a bad dream. Thoughts too heavy for a light thing. Cold heart beating to a dark. Cold nights, hood up, I move quiet through the street. Shadows scrawl behind my back like they've been tracking every beat. Every thought's inside my coat, I let them drag me underneath. If the darkness want my time, I give it all, I let it eat. Step slow, every echo feel like ghost talk. Mind roam, every time feel like a cold walk. Think slow, every scar got a bow chalk. Night glow, but the streets still a stone wall. Yeah, I don't trust eyes when they watch long. World full of fakes tryna act strong. Heart stay numb like a dead gone. Life hit hard, but I stay young. Voices in my head say move low. Wind in my face say don't show. If the world try push, I don't go. Stand like a wall in a deep snow. Feel the night breeze slow. Feel the cold take hold. Hit the dark get bold. I don't fold, I don't fold, I don't fold. Cold nights, hood up, I move quiet through the street. Shadows crawl behind my back like they been tracking every beat. Heavy thoughts inside my coat, I let them drag me underneath. If the darkness want my time, I give it all, I let it eat.